Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to OpenInfra Indonesia. I am Kendall Nelson. I'm a senior upstream developer advocate with the Open Infrastructure Foundation, now part of the Linux Foundation. I have been involved in OpenStack for a really long time, or what feels like that, but also feels like only a couple months. I have actually been around in the OpenStack community since about 2015. I started by working on OpenStack Cinder, and then I was involved in a lot of other efforts, a lot of community management sort of roles like the release team. I was on the technical committee for a while. I cannot believe that OpenStack is turning 15 this year, and that I've only been around for 10 of the 15 years. But it's been so much fun getting to know everybody and collaborating. And I think collaboration is what brought us all here today. I'm very happy to be kicking off this Open Infra Day Indonesia, and while I would really have liked to have been there, I do hope that I get to see some of you at the Open Infra Summit later this year in October in Paris. From October 17th to 19th, that'll be held, and I hope that some of you are able to make it. I also hope that maybe next year I can be doing this in person instead of through a video. As I mentioned, I think we're all here because of collaboration. Collaboration really is the key to our future, and the future of the world, the future of every industry. Collaboration with new contributors is incredibly important through contribution academies like the ones that the meetup group in Korea hosts with the meetup group there in Indonesia, and also with university partnership programs like what I try to build to help support more open source exposure at universities starting early on in people's degrees. Collaboration with other open infra groups. I know there's a lot of sharing and working together between the Open Infra meetup group in Korea and the one there in Indonesia. The work that you did together to put on the Open Infra Summit Asia last year in Suwon, being supported by other user groups in the area as well. Vietnam and obviously Indonesia and Korea were many of the big ones. Being able to support one another with content and speakers for events such as this is also amazing to see. Collaboration as a whole community. Within OpenStack, we've been around for 15 years now. Well, I've only been around for 10, but 15 years of a open source project continuing to grow, release consistently, address feedback from users. That's amazing to see. And it's not something many other open source projects can boast 15 years down the road. And continuing to see explosive growth in lots of markets is amazing as well. Collaboration with other communities. We've been slowly working towards collaboration with Kubernetes, especially because of all of the ways that OpenStack and Kubernetes are compatible. But I think being able to work more closely with the CNCF and Kubernetes is in our future. Having joined the Linux Foundation, there's a lot of potential for more collaboration between all of the projects within the Linux Foundation and all of our Open Infra projects. I know the powers that be are already trying to figure out how we can work more collaboratively, but I think that as individuals we can also think about those things, because collaboration is important, especially with how important open source is to the world and the industry. Collaboration is our future. Open source is a huge part of the tech industry, obviously, and it touches every other market in the world. It drives core services, and it drives everything that we interact with. This mode here that I'm recording this video for you, a lot of the AV for today. When I was just in Korea, there were all kinds of crazy tools and things that we used to collaborate. And I think that open source being at the heart of that is really important for the future. And our collaboration as a community and with other communities is the key to making that future brighter and to making us more successful globally, everywhere. It's really cool to think about all of the things that we've been able to achieve in the time that I've been around collaborating with OpenStack. But I think that the future is going to be even more interesting because of the potential. So I want to say thank you all for coming today. Thank you for having me in this way. I hope I can be there in person in the future. Happy collaborating. Happy birthday to OpenStack, and have a good time with OpenInfra. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.